because Arsenal are going to unleash all their Arsenals to them. They will get Emirates, so trust you me, they're going to give Chelsea a run for their money. For avoidance of any doubt, just to be as rational and as straight up as possible, this is a game which I'm going to give Arsenal to win. Trust you me, this is a 3-1 win, and Arsenal are going to carry the day. Yes, Chelsea needs to work on their seriousness with playing. Yes, they will not be relegated, but this is not the match they are going to win tonight. If they win, they will have surprised me. But, as I said, 3-1 in favor of Arsenal.
Still on double game week, like we said, we are bringing you these games as they are, as they're playing. So, continue being with us. Actually, subscribe and click on that bell to get notifications. So, straight into it on Wednesday. Today being on Wednesday, we have 2 matches. Liverpool will be playing against Fulham. And on the other side, Mancity will be playing against Westham. So since they will be on the same time, let's start with Liverpool against Fulham.
Liverpool against Fulham. Liverpool won the big match which they were playing at Anfield over the weekend. That was on Sunday. They were playing against Tottenham. What a thriller. They almost did what Newcastle did to Tottenham within the first 25 minutes. Though for them, they managed to get 3 goals within those minutes. Within 25 minutes, they had already scored 3 goals. Of course, Liverpool, we can officially say they are back in terms of scoring goals. The only challenge which they have is they are conceding a lot. So that one needs to be corrected. So in match week 34, in the first, when they met, Liverpool won. On the other side, you've said they're facing who?
Fulham.
Fulham on the other side, over the weekend, they lost to Mancity. Of course, they were brave. They played a very brave game against Manchester City. They were able to hold them. The problem is, I saw that match was to end in a 2-2. The problem is they failed to capitalize on the mistake of Ederson, which they could have converted. But again, on that mistake, I also felt like Ederson committed a foul which was not called for. It should have been a penalty.
Definitely.
But clearly, we find crazy mistakes being done, and how many times should we talk about VAR actually being called upon to step up in such occasions? So let me not even talk about that, because even their opponent Liverpool, Diego Jota would not be playing against Fulham on Wednesday because of an offense which he committed. As you can see on your screen, that high boot, that was definitely a red card, according to, at least we have a unanimous decision on that, but it is what it is. This is a match whereby I feel like Klopp will be doing whatever he does. I don't know whether he's been fined, especially on how he celebrated after Diego Jota scored that final goal.
Fined? What did he do?
Yeah, the way he celebrated in front of the opponents, not in front of the 4th referee, it was so uncalled for. It was not good. So we will brief you whether he might have been fined, because chances are he received a yellow with immediate effect because of that celebration. But I felt like further actions should be taken, because that's not the right way for a coach to behave. Yes, we understand emotions are there. We understand who Klopp is, but there's a way you need to present yourself as a coach. So I don't know, Pogba, what are your thoughts on this match?
Well, Liverpool will be at Anfield playing against Fulham. Well, we saw that from last match where, yes, they're scoring goals, but at the same time conceding. Playing against a team like Fulham, you will never know what hits you, because Fulham played very well against Man City, and like we analyzed that match, that game was to end in a draw, or Fulham could have won easily, because Man City had a lot of mistakes. There was a clear penalty which Fulham were to be given, but we don't know. So with this one, I feel like Fulham feel like they were denied a point at Etihad. So I think this game they'll come to get what they want. So this one straight into it. Though Liverpool, I'll give Liverpool the head. I'll give Liverpool 2-1, but it will be a hard and victory for Liverpool. Believe me. Or it might end in a draw. Chances are very high.
You are right. It's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a tough game, that's for sure. The beauty about Liverpool is they have found their form back of scoring goals. And at any particular time, when you score more goals, it always comes to your rescue. So Diego Jota is officially back. That guy is bagging goals in every game right now. Mohamed Salah doing whatever he does. Gakpo playing like never before. Luis Diaz was back and he returned with a goal. Bro. So the only issue is they need to work on their defense because their defense is wanting. Most people called Van Dijk out for some mistakes, even Konate, so they better step up. But I'm glad for Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's officially back with his assists, his runs. Though of late I'm seeing he's playing like a number 7, but Trent is Trent. Let's see how the trend goes. So this is a match whereby for me, I'm not flinching. I'm going with Liverpool not to walk alone at home. So give them a 3-1 victory tonight, and they still continue to climb on top of the Premier League table.
Mancity against West Ham. The game will be played at Etihad Stadium. Well, you know, Mancity played against Fulham. And Mancity, should I say Mancity were not at their best, or should I give the flowers to Fulham?
Mancity were at their best. Luck was not on Mancity's side. If you watch that game very well, the number of chances which Grealish did not convert was basically unfortunate. The number of times he hit the post, it was so unfortunate. So we will say that luck was not on, personally that's my opinion, luck was not on Man City's side, because if it was, they could have scored many goals.
Actually, to correct on what I said earlier, Fulham were at home playing against Man City. So Man City were away.
Yes.
Yeah, Fulham tried, they tried. So anyway, Man City they're back at Etihad now playing against West Ham, a team which they're trying, to be honest, they're trying, and they're giving people out here troubles. Well, to be honest, we all know Man City at Etihad this season. That is something we should be aware by now. There are different breed at Etihad. Haaland at Etihad, this guy, I think I can see a brace brooming for Erling Haaland. So this one, of course, they're also leaking. There are no clean sheets. Actually, I've realized Newcastle, Man City right now, if you have those defenders in your fantasy, I'm so sorry. No clean sheets. So this one, I'm going with 3-1. Yes, 3-1 in favor of the home team, Man City. So 3-1. No clean sheet whatsoever. No clean sheet.
Guys, moving forward, any game which Man City will be playing at Etihad, they are not losing. They are not losing. These guys at home, they're a fortress, just the way we told you about Manchester United being a fortress at Old Trafford. So these guys are a fortress at Etihad. Apart from being a fortress, they love scoring many goals at Etihad. And guess who loves scoring goals in front of his own fans? Of course, Mr. Erling Haaland, the Viking himself. So this guy scores goals left, right, and center. Just giving an opportunity, he converts it. He's at 34 goals, just as Cristiano Ronaldo, who always works towards records. This guy knows very well that he's only 1 goal shy from breaking the all-time Premier League record in just 1 season. Guys, tonight is the night. He's gonna break this record. He's taking it home. They said this is a boy who was born in Leeds, raised where? Raised in Holland. His hometown is where? Denmark. Norway. Raised in Norway, and now he's back in England. Bro, tricky. So I feel like tonight is the night where records are going to be broken. Man City are going to do their thing. Remember, De Bruyne never featured against Fulham. He was resting. So if he's back, yeah, he never featured. So if he will be back, we all know that combo of De Bruyne and Haaland, how it will be. But without De Bruyne, or if Haaland doesn't play, the super player, of course, Mr. Alvarez, always steps up. He scored what a beautiful goal against Fulham. And
a screamer.
It's in contention for goal of the month. This month we have amazing goals which have been scored so far. So, well done. Having said that, guys, straight to it. Give Man City a chance to win They're playing against Westham. Westham, you're going to lose. Sorry.
That's for sure.
This is a 4-1 win for Manchester City.
Yeah, there's still another game on Thursday. This one, like I said, you remember I told you fatigue. Anyway, guys, Brighton against Manchester United. You remember there was a time I said fatigue was within the players when Brighton played against Manchester United in the FA Cup, where they played for 120 minutes without scoring. I don't know, they were fearing each other, I don't know. But after playing for 120 minutes, fatigue came in. You saw both teams, they rested most of the key players. Although Brighton, the fatigue was too much, because I remember they were thrashed game before that, after that. Same on the other side, Manchester United drew against Tottenham. Now, after the fatigue, now the players now were refreshed. They won 6-0. On the other side, Manchester United won by 1-0. Now, these two people are meeting again. So there are no excuses of fatigue. I think the players are now refreshed. Their squads are now full to, of course, Vikings mode. So the game will be played at Amex, and Brighton will be looking forward to get their revenge on the Mancunians. So Brighton against Manchester United.
Allow me to start from that point of fatigue. So one thing is for sure is I can tell you that both teams are enjoying the same status quo in terms of the strength which they have in players. Both teams have played equal number of games by now, starting from that time when they faced each other in the FA semi-finals. And
yes,
I can comfortably tell you that both teams right now, they're fatigued, because since then fixtures have been very tight, and these teams, remember, they played over the weekend, and again they are playing now, and on top of playing on Thursday, they will be playing again on weekend.
Yes, but remember, Brighton, they rested most of the key players. Yeah, they are key players.
It's all about strategy, and one thing which we also need to appreciate from Brighton's coach is De Zerbi has trust and confidence in players. He believes in giving players opportunity, because right now we won't be talking of a player such as Enciso. Enciso has come, and that player is super good. In fact, he was my man of the match. I don't know who was the man of the match in that match, but he was my man of the match in that game.
Yes.
He played super impressive. A player, like a coach who can rest Caicedo and give other players an opportunity. A coach who can rest McAllister and still rest Mitoma and still. Do you know these guys scored all the 6 goals without Mitoma or McAllister being on the score sheet? So that tells you that this is a coach who trusts in the team. And overall, it tells you that Brighton is a futuristic team. If Brighton continues the same, they are moving far. But now, on the flip side, they are facing Manchester United. Manchester United also are in the contention of top 3. They really want to cement the top 3 battle, because the pressure is super tight from Newcastle, a team which is not relenting. So the issue is simple. They had a stumbling block to overcome against Aston Villa. Of course, Bruno Fernandes ensured that they actually overcame it. So now, as they're going to face De Zerbi's boys, it's not also going to be an easy road. It's not going to be a ride in the park. I feel like this is going to be a dangerous ground to tread in. In that match, Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes was impressive as usual. Of course, of late he's been impressive. Casemiro was good. Apart from that, of course, De Gea tried whatever he could. He tried to save the team. But overall, I feel like we are two teams with equal strengths are going to meet each other. So, Pogba, what do you think?
Well, I'm looking at a draw, considering the fact that United's away record is very bad. Not poor, very bad. Very poor, let me say very poor. Meeting a team, okay, we are going to play on the same ground that people were thrashed 6-0. The same ground is where we are going. But like we saw last time, this team, the match ended 0-0. It's like the equal strength, like you just said. So, am I looking at another draw? a draw of 2-2, let me say so.
I think this is a match whereby I always say that anything is possible. It's anyone's match to win. So what is going to actually dictate the winner in this match is who will be most alert in their defense. You snooze, you lose. So remember, Manchester United have the likes of Rashford, Sancho and Bruno Fernandes, players with immense speed, players who can actually hurt you when you least expect. On the flip side now, I believe Cisco will be playing. Of course, Mitoma and McAllister will be fully back from the team. Of course, March is doing the most to match up with the status quo. So I feel like it's also going to be that game whereby you don't want to not be alert at the back line. Having said that, I feel like this is the match whereby you guys need to make sure that you start Wan-Bissaka, because the runs which will be made on that wing by March will be crazy. But having said that, I don't know why, I have a crazy feeling. I have a feeling that Brighton are going to revenge against you guys from the penalties which you won against them in the FA semi-finals. So I'm looking at a 2-1 win for Brighton.
2-1 win. Just to say something, like we said at the, was it at the beginning or on the second part of the season, we said it's like we've seen this season, it's very hard to beat a team both home and away.
It's tricky.
Brighton is the they're the only team that beat us at Old Trafford this season.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
You've been good at home, that's for sure.
We've lost only one game this season at Old Trafford. That's Brighton. So it will be very hard for them to beat Manchester both home and away. So that's why I'm giving my strong points for a draw. For a draw, yes.
Anyway, guys, let's make sure that we get glued on Thursday on our sets, and let's watch that match, because clearly we have entertaining fixtures and a lot of interests are at play. But as we end, let's just say also congratulations to Callum Wilson. The guy has been doing the most for Newcastle of late. He's being used as a super sub, and whenever he steps in, he confirms that whatever Isak can do, he can do it even twice better.
Definitely.
So Wilson, I think he's our player of the week up to now, at least my player of the week. Maybe
definitely.
You can have
He's my guy. He's my guy, to be honest.
So Wilson, I think let's end with your photo on our screen. Congrats, you're doing the most. Thank you. And I think that's how we
wrap it up.
We wrap. This is match week 34, and it's a wrap. Guys,
see you on weekend, right?
We're almost coming to the end of the season. So
oh, man. We're heading to match week 35.
35.
Meaning from there now, 3 games to go.
Yeah. Thank you guys for keeping us company, for always being glued on our sets. We've been loyal to you. Up to now, we've done all the 34 game weeks. We do this because we love you, right?
And we love the football. Football, soccer is life.
Guys, keep it the Gatekeepers TV, where everything happens. We're out.